Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Shoe Podcast, the only sneaker podcast that is not afraid to uncover the truth about the kids on the moon. I'm your co-host, Ryan Landry.
I'm your co-host, Tanner Young.
If you don't know that reference, go back and watch our last episode. That's all I'm going to say.
And you need to.
You know what? Maybe link on the screen right here. I don't know.
Oh.
Link is only on the screen if you're watching on YouTube, which is a perfect time for us to tell you. If you're listening online, come join us over on YouTube, or you could watch it on Spotify. But wherever you're listening, make sure you're following or subscribed, whatever the appropriate action is on that platform. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
How are you doing tonight?
Tired, but
okay.
It is,
I love that energy going into an episode.
Is the parent life, but like I kept hitting those milestones of the day of like, oh, getting closer, getting closer, get closer. And it was that final moment of like closing the door, picking up my son, where I was like,
yeah,
it's done. That's my
finally
opening a beer after a long day. It's closing the door.
There you go.
Getting my son from daycare. I'm like, oh.
Now,
okay,
is that closing the door of your car with him in the car, or is that closing the door to a room he's in and you're escaping from him? I just want to be clear here.
Closing the door car, we're getting him from daycare. That's like the final. Okay. That's like the final.
Just in case CPS is listening, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm on you.
I'm on you. You might be listening. We're watching, though. I'll tell you right now.
Exactly. But that podcast hype, you know what I mean? It'll get me going once we start
the
moving.
Juice is flowing.
Yeah.
How's
your week starting off?
I was going to say good day over here as well. As I was just telling you before we started recording, we got our AC replaced today, which for those of you that are living in Louisiana like we are, is crucial to have a running AC right now. So the house is nice and chilly and crisp to the point where I turned the ceiling fan off in here and I'm almost still just got the frisons, you might say.
Oh, man. That's a good feeling, though.
I know, but I'm all right being a little bit cold because tonight's episode has a lot of heat to keep us warm. Off the top right there, baby.
There you go.
Because you and I thought it'd be fun to sit down and let's do a little bit of window shopping. Let's spend some money we might not have. We're going to build each of us our ultimate Hypebeast Jordan 1 through 5 collection here. So silhouette by silhouette, we're going to go through each one, look at the top 5 collaborations on each silhouette in terms of Hypebeast and whatever you want to call it. And then each of us will pick one collaboration to add to our collection from there.
Okay, I like that. I
thought it'd be fun to just kind of go through some of these and see where we end up on the scale if we were, just it's price aside, it's resell aside, but it's, you have unlimited money, you're putting together a collection, and I would say you're going to plan on wearing it. Okay, this is not to get to then be like, what could I resell for the most, or like, what would I want to sit on a shelf? This is ideally we're going to be wearing it here.
Gotcha. Do we add some stakes to it in the sense of we kind of do an alternating first round pick, second round pick? If you pick a shoe, I can't pick the same shoe.
Ooh.
Kind of like a, I mean, to be fair, I peek behind the curtain here. I've got the list. I don't think I'm going to be picking the shoes that you would pick.
That's a spicy take on it for sure. It might be interesting. We might start arguing, but I wasn't planning on it. So
hey,
let's see where the episode takes us. How about?
Or we can do a later episode. We can do a sneaker draft.
There you go. Ooh, I love that. Put that on the calendars there.
There you go. We'll do a sneaker draft.
But where I thought you were going, and that's a great idea for us to have at the top of the episode here. If you're listening and watching this episode, leave a comment at the end of the episode and let us know which one of our hypothetical collections you think is better. Which one would you want to have as the listener? So
collection as a whole.
Yeah. The 1 through 5 that each of us is going to put together. Let us know. We'll call it out again at the end of the episode, but leave a comment, or it'll be probably the poll if you're listening on Spotify. So
very nice. Ooh,
this is your last chance, your final warning to start watching it if you're only listening, because there's going to be visuals to go along with it here, and I think it's going to make it a little bit better.
Come on.
So
my man's putting in work.
Sliding over that way. When you see how many graphics there are and everything going on, this was one of the episodes that probably took me the longest to put together there, but we do it for you. We do it for you because we love you, listeners. So
on the forehead.
No better place to start than the Jordan 1. Perhaps no more appropriate place, considering that we're just going in numerical order here,
Exactly. I love it.
So I'm just gonna put all 5 options on the screen, and then we'll talk about it and make selections from there. Okay. So
Love to see it.
Jordan 1s, we've got the Union Jordan 1 collection,
Oh,
the Off-White Jordan 1 collection, the A Ma Maniére Jordan 1, Travis Scott Jordan 1, specifically the highs, and the Dior Jordan 1s, the highs. Now, I did limit this just to high tops. We're not talking low tops. We're not talking mids. And
Fair.
these are, I would argue, 5 of the most hyped collaborations. Maybe there's one that you're listening, or even you, Tanner, might prefer more. This is what we've got because Dad already put the images together, okay? We're at Disney World, and I already drafted the itinerary. You want to ride It's a Small World? You should have told me 3 months ago when I was drafting this in Google Docs, okay? It's too late now. There's no time if you want a churro. Sorry.
FastPass queue is gone.
It's already booked.
All right. So here's the thing.
Okay.
Question 1 already. You do have collections up there of
yes,
the first
good point. Good point. You are picking one shoe from the collection, not the entire collection.
Okay, gotcha.
So I didn't want to say Union Jordan 1 and only put the blue one on there, and you're like, actually, Ryan, I like the black and red one. And then I'm like, well, I don't have that asset, Tanner, so time to like the blue one. So I put the collections up there, but you are picking one shoe from the collection.
One shoe from the collection. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. See, this is really, I'm actually, I don't know, because I see the Union and I love the black toe.
Yeah.
I think it's
Big
great.
fan.
It's kind of what has got me into wanting just a black toe. So I'm loving that.
Okay.
Then you got the Off-White. I'm a huge fan of the European release.
Yeah.
Which I think is great.
At this point, safe to call the Off-White Jordan 1 collection a classic.
Yeah.
I would say the Chicago's at least. If anyone wants to argue the other two, you can, but the Chicago's at least. Okay.
I think
just curious.
I think it's not soon enough to be deemed a Hall of Famer, but everyone is already talking. It's a first ballot Hall of Famer for sure.
Okay. First ballot. Sure. I love it.
And then A Ma Maniére ones, great. Travis Scott ones, good. Dior ones, honestly, I really like. I know that obviously they have a hype, but
you think the A Ma Maniére Jordan one's better than the Travis Scott Jordan ones? You said great and good. I'm just wondering if that was intentional.
I would say yeah.
Okay.
I would say yeah.
Interesting take. Okay.
Honestly, if I would say it would be different if mochas never came.
Yeah.
I like mochas better than I like the Travis Scott ones.
Wow. He's got spicy takes tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got a food allergy, this episode may not be for you. He's got spicy takes tonight.
My content may have been contaminated with nuts.
In the same packaging facility that they make them. Yeah.
Oh, this is tough. I think I might go left curve, maybe not left curve. No, I'm going black toes. I'm going Union black and red for sure.
Okay. And again, we tested this. Let's see if it's still working. We should be able to, as we go through this and we each pick a shoe, we add it to our collection. Look at that.
Oh, come on.
So you got those right up there in the picture.
I love them.
There you go.
I just think of the shoes, this is going to get the most wear. I think it's going to go with a lot of great outfits. Like I said, I'm already, I would say of all the colorways, the black toes Jordan 1 are probably one of the things I'm most hype on right now. So I'd get a lot of wear. And then to be fair, Union collab, it's super hype. It's a banger. This is probably their best, if not best, number 2 collab that I think Union has done recently, in my opinions.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Boy, that was tough. That was honestly harder than I thought.
A little bit of a tough one there.
That was tough.
Well, see, for those of you listening, you may not see me struggle as much with it, but keep in mind, I had to grab pictures of all these shit. So I've been looking at this list for a minute now, so I've had a little time to marinate on it.
There you go.
That being said, for me, it really came down between two, which are the blue Union Jordan 1s and the Chicago Off-White Jordan 1s. But again, I think just because like I view that shoe as such like a staple and a classic at this point, that it's kind of, I think it's rightfully earned its place in sneaker history. That being said, I don't know how much I would wear it. And so for those reasons, I think I'm going blue Union Jordan 1.
Wow.
A real
Look at us.
pretty
No
shoe.
fighting in this household.
No fight. We can each have our cake and eat it too. That's right.
No fighting in this household.
Yeah, I personally don't find Ama Manir Jordan 1s to be that good. They are certainly lower on my list of the Ama Manir Jordan collabs. Dior Jordan 1s, even if I had the money, it's not the sort of thing I'd be wearing. And then I feel like Travis Scott Jordan 1s are just, I'm so tired of them at this point. Not like anyone's still like wearing them a lot anyways, but it's just, I think they got so like shoved down your throat for like 5 months there that it's like, I'm tired of seeing them. They're not even that special to me anymore.
They definitely got a lot of in-your-face moments, which is interesting because I've now gravitated more towards the Travis Scott lows.
Surprisingly, the way that like things have shifted, yeah.
So very interesting, but I think I could have seen interesting that we both kind of I think had the hardest decision between the Unions and the Off-Whites. Both, I think that was our tug of war. And then interesting that we both went Unions.
There you go. So we got our 1s. Now we need our 2s. Moving on. Time to talk Jordan 2s. The 5 options we've got to choose from here are the Ama Manir Jordan 2s, the Union Jordan 2s, J Balvin Jordan 2s. Of course, we had to throw in the Off-White Jordan 2s. And last but certainly not least, the Don C Just Don Jordan 2 pack that came out so long ago,
Yeah.
So,
boy,
2's not many people's favorite Jordan silhouette, not many people's even like enjoyable set, but I will say
agreed.
Several of these I think are good executions on the 2 and made the 2 more desirable and approachable for some people. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. All right. Well, you want to take the lead on this one? I took the 1s.
Yeah, I can go ahead and take the lead on this one. I think I would probably pretty quickly again rule out the Ama Manir Jordan 2s just because I'm not a big cracked leather guy. And with the 2 not being my favorite silhouette anyways, it's not much happening on that shoe for me. The Off-White Jordan 2s, not really my thing in this particular scenario. I do like what they went for with the very pre-aged look on those. And then J Balvin Jordan 2s, really cool materials. Those were a little bit pricier on the retail side, I think, as well. But I also remember at the time thinking, and I think we discussed this, that I thought it was so strange that they went with that light blue ripstop material so shortly on the heels of the Union Passport Dunk Pack, where I hit the Argyle pair, and I was like, I don't think I need both of these. So for me, it really comes down between the Union Jordan 2s and the Don C Jordan 2s, which those of you might remember, I actually hit on the rattan colorway of the Union Jordan 2s. And it was very much one of those, like, I'll get them to see what they're like and I'll unbox them and maybe we'll get some content out of them. But then when I got them, it was very much a classic 180 of like, okay, in hand, these are actually kind of nice. And I ended up liking them a lot more than I thought they would. I remember, I think I didn't keep those because they had a leather sock liner, which for me is, a shoe's got to do a lot for me to have a leather sock liner and stick around.
Down here? Yeah.
So for all those reasons, I think I'm going to go with the Don C Beach Jordan 2s. I've always thought a really like clean, pretty, like premium feeling shoe. And kind of always like, not like bucket list, but kind of always been one of those, like, I'll keep it in the back of my mind. And like, I don't know if one day I found like the right deal on it, I would want to pick them up. But because it's a Jordan 2 and I'm not a big Jordan 2 guy, like I'm sure many people aren't, I don't get a strong itch to like, I want to try and find a pair of these to grab,
I think fair point. I think you picked the best colorway of the Don C's.
Yeah,
for sure.
I would agree.
I think the blue is probably the most iconic. I think when you think of a Don C 2, you're thinking of that
the blue was specifically his wife's bag, was it, that they were modeled after? It was like a Birkin bag, I think.
That's what I remember.
Try me on my sneaker history. I don't know. I might be right. I might not. But
they're too rich for me to pay attention to.
I thought his wife had like a blue Birkin bag, and that's really what started the whole concept of it. But
that makes sense. So I have a lot of very similar thoughts of the 2s that you have. the for me, the Dante twos are immediately I am saying no to.
Oh,
Um, I don't know if it's I think they are very iconic. They are a sneaker history shoe for sure.
hmm
I just don't know how much I really enjoy that almost like quilted look to it.
okay, that's fair.
Um, and so that I would be like, I don't think I would wear them. I don't think they
Okay,
would fit my personality, my style,
okay,
which is my same thought process with the J Balvin twos.
okay.
Again, kind of looking like that, like puffer jacket s style,
Yeah, yeah.
and and those two right away. I'm like, I don't know if I could get behind.
But the tongues light up.
Uh,
You ever get lost at night? You ever stumble around your house in the dark?
hey, I like
This
the
could solve that.
clouds.
Okay.
Clouds are cute.
Okay.
Clouds are cute.
He's on the record, pro cloud.
Pro cloud. Yep.
Yeah.
Union twos. They just don't do enough for me to be like, I'm really into that.
Okay. But
Um,
what if I told you they were workwear inspired? Right? Because
work.
then you could like live out your fantasy of being like a very like hands-on, like outdoorsy sort of like I do things other than work and excel for 8 hours a day kind of guy. And that's just like
Gotcha.
what everyone is saying, right? That's just like a
That's
general shared
yeah.
consensus. Yeah.
Well, really, what I love is workwear inspired with a multi-$100 price tag because that nothing
That's my
screams
favorite thing
common
about
man
workwear.
workwear.
Right, exactly. That's my favorite thing. Like I love how Carhartt is expensive and like,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
a little bit premium now. I like that. That's what I like about
exactly.
Carhartt. Yeah.
Nothing's a common man workwear like $300 shoes.
Exactly, yeah.
Which, to be fair, I guess
Are they
steel-toed boots
non-slip
get
grip?
up there,
No, not particularly. Yeah.
but they do be drippy.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
why they're non-slip.
Yep.
That's why you slip. So really, it came down to the Amamaniere and the off-white, and honestly, just because of that pre-age look, is it's something that I've kind of been on for a while, really enjoying that
Yeah.
style. And for that reason, I would end up going with the off-white, the red, the white pair.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
What's really interesting is that my process of elimination in reverse was your process. You
Yes.
started ruling out stuff in the order that, which again, only further proving our theory of like we could each have our own and not step on each other's toes. To which perhaps I should have agreed with you that like, yeah, we should play by your rules that we can't choose one. But we'll see as the list goes on if we still want to hold to that, you know?
Very true. Very true. But yeah, I love the pre-age look, the crumble sole. I like it. It's a two, so it's pretty tough. Like kind of like you said at the top of the twos is not really people's go-to of a Jordan, but
Yeah.
of the ones that we have listed, I think I would wear that one the most.
And why the Chicago colorway over the black and blue?
Um, I don't know why. Every time I look at like a almost all black leather shoe, I just cannot think of that cringe year when I was in high school and had the all black leather Reebok. And
Yeah.
when I look
Right
back
there
on
with you.
pictures, I cringe at it. And every time I see an all black leather shoe, it just brings me back to like freshman year of high school
Yeah.
doing that. And then
Yeah.
immediately being like, I think in the moment too, that you're being like, I'm gonna change. I want the white Reebok pair.
Yeah. Yeah. I want something else now. Fair enough. Fair enough.
So that would be that
Yeah.
reason.
Okay. Fair enough. So we got a good foundation going here. One strong,
I like it.
twos. Twos are what they are. We're just gonna call a spade a spade. But
There you
let's go ahead. Let's get into the threes now. Very sorry that every
Mm.
like background that I chose looks like it's like unveiling the next iPhone, but
Yeah.
we're trying to stay creative here. All right, Jordan threes. Let's look at the five we have to choose from here.
Ooh,
Amamaniere Jordan threes,
like it.
Atmos Jordan threes, the Justin Timberlake Man of the Woods Jordan threes,
Okay.
Fragment Jordan threes, and the upcoming J Balvin Jordan threes. So getting a little funky here because we're adding in one that has not come out yet, and you'll see that again in a later category. But perhaps that should tell you something about which silhouettes do and do not get that many collaborations on them.
Yeah, we are
So,
seeing.
yeah.
We are seeing.
Feel free to leave that comment if you know of a Jordan 3 collaboration that's already come out that we left off this list, because
Please help us.
I couldn't really find a good one. Sorry. Go ahead.
this, I think, where this may be the first time we would fight. I
Yeah.
think this where
Yeah.
things were.
I'm sure, and I'm sure everyone listening knows. So, like, let's keep this a more than like 2-second conversation here.
Yes,
Give me some thoughts on just all of these shoes.
absolutely. Okay. Obviously, the best one is the Amaminiere 3.
Okay, well, he said the quiet part out loud. So yeah,
There you go.
we'll save our thoughts on that for a minute. The Atmos
Exactly.
Jordan 3s, I think, are actually pretty good.
I don't think I like that material. It
Yeah.
looks like a grade school general release.
Ooh. Listen, he's not holding back tonight. He's not holding back tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know if it's the material. I don't know if it's for why the elephant print. Maybe it's just this image, but it looks too tight, like very close. Like it looks like the notebooks, the composition notebooks.
Yeah. Might just be this image, but yeah, okay.
Might just be the
I
image.
get what you're saying.
But
wow,
but then
that's a cut. That's like a deep cut right there. Yeah.
the icy sole that comes up to the top, which
Yeah.
looks like, because kids, they're going to be dragging their toes. You know what I mean? So some extra.
They don't have the best posture. It's something I've noticed about kids.
Yeah, well, that's because they're youthful. So
It's those fine motor skills, they're still working on them. Yeah.
Atmos 3s immediately, I'm just not a fan. Sorry if you love
It's
them
a
and
decent one. You know what I would call them? I would call them if you're getting into sneakers and maybe don't already have like a great pair of threes that you love and you're looking to get one. Now, granted, I don't know what the resale on these are like, but like this to me seems like a good first pair of threes, like it's a good solid colorway, but it's not the best Jordan 3 colorway to ever come out.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what the resale.
The resale might make that whole statement like a no-go, but
yeah,
Okay.
but decent. Then let's see. I'm gonna go to the fragment 2s because I'm sorry, fragment 3s. Because again, this is what did we do here?
These are boring. Yeah, I remember when these came out. And I mean, like, there's a little part, right? That's like, these are clean. Like, that's a clean, simple colorway. But it's like for a collaboration, it's like, I don't need you to be just like, this part's
Plain
black
Jane.
now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
Fragment logo on the heel tab. Yeah.
I think that would be it. Is just like, wow, this just seems like something that Jordan would just be like, hey, coming this fall is this.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, cool. I could maybe pick up a 3s, at my mall. That would
Just
be cool.
to have some. Yeah.
So there's that. Then I think that the Justin Timberlake, Manly Wood, I think those look good. I think those look clean.
It's a great one.
It's good color, good material. It's
That
not
one,
crazy out there with the collab, but I think
Yeah.
it looks very good.
that one for me was that scenario I was just pitching for Atmos, which was like when I was getting into shoes and I wanted a 3. The number of times I've come close to buying that one, and the number of times I've been at round 2 in Chicago and they have a used pair of these for like 150 or 200, and you're like, yo, it's a good colorway on 3s.
It's a good colorway. It's a good colorway. You get a collab. Obviously, it's not like the most hype collab,
Yeah. Well, and
but I think great. Like you said, you could get these for a really good price. It's a Jordan 3, which is an extremely comfortable shoe, very wearable. This colorway goes with a ton of things, so
yeah.
would be a very good pickup if
And I
you
don't-
were like, I'm looking to add some tan to my colors.
I don't know if you can see it on your end or if you remember, but these are actually the Tinker Jordan 3s that have the swoosh on the side of them.
Oh, that's true.
Because these
I
were
forgot
coming
I
out
remember
around the
yeah.
time that, the Tinker Jordan 3s were.
I forgot about
So
that. Yeah.
these have the swoosh, but it's like the same color, so you can't really see it. I don't know how big it is even on your screen there, but
Yeah. And then honestly, the Balvins, the J Balvins, I think those look really good. This
They're
might be
looking
one
good.
of my favorites that he's done.
I think for me, it's my favorite so far, for sure.
I think they look really good, really simple. I love that like color gradient that we've got like in the back of the shoe. Honestly, gives a lot of what I like about the Ama Menieres and the Justin Timberlakes of that kind of like very clean, very muted colorway. You've got enough in there to kind of make it loud. It looks like you've got a lot of materials to kind of break it up, very similar to how the Ama Maniere does, just enough to where it's something new and different.
Yeah.
So this one's really tough because obviously I think I'm in a tug of war between the Ama Manieres and the J Balvins.
And that's high praise. That's high praise for J Balvin.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously with Ama Maniere, the 3 is probably their best.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going curvy.
Wow. He's doing it. Say it.
I'm going J Balvin's.
Wow.
I think if it was money, no problem. They're both in my size. They're both available. I think looking at the two of them, I might pick the J Balvin to go. I think it kind of just with where I am now, with kind of like how my like closet is situated, things like that. I think I would just get more wear out of these, and add just a little bit more than the Ama Manieres.
I will say just the one thing that like if I could change something about him, I would, is that the color gradient, I wish it didn't go to such a dark purple. Because I feel like the yellow to orange is a pretty subtle, and then purple is like whoosh, like it just kind of
it doesn't fade too well.
I mean, like it definitely is unique and gives it a little bit of a pop. So I'll give him that. But I think if like it stayed in that orangish, yellowish, pinkish family the whole way, these would be like a lot more having to consider picking these up for me.
I agree.
That being said, it's a no-brainer for me. I've simped no harder for any other shoe over the past 3 years, I would say, than these. So, yeah, I'm going to keep that same energy. It's Ama Maniere Jordan 3s for me.
I think the J Balvin's not on this list. It comes to scrapping between the two of us, between the Ama Maniere 3 for sure. We got to do a coin flip. But, I think that, like I said, J Balvin gives me what I'm looking for, but maybe just a little bit more in my comfort zone.
There you go. Well, let's keep the ball rolling here. Moving on to Jordan 4 territory, a very hot silhouette right now.
Here we go.
We've got the Ama Maniere Jordan 4s. The Travis Scott Jordan 4s, specifically the blue ones that released, not including the purple Friends and Family pair.
Blue better.
Off-white Jordan 4s.
Clean.
Cause Jordan 4s. And the entire Union Jordan 4 family, all 4 colorways that they did. I just looked at the screen recording right now, and I'm like, there's a lot going on our screen right now. It's like we each have 3 shoes over our head, and then there's like another like 10 shoes over here. Yeah.
Sorry for our attention deficit viewers.
Yeah, sorry. This is really going to be a little distracting here. So I don't remember who went first on the last one, but
I think I ended up going first. I think it was pretty obvious. I think I went more long-winded because I think we kind of knew where we were going.
Okay.
This one, I'm going to let you go first on this one. However, I will say this one's of the 4 that we've got so far, this is, I would say, the most difficult for me.
This one's got some real heavy contenders in it here. So
this one's tough.
I'm going to try and start working through it here.
Best of luck.
For me, off-white Jordan 4s are out of the running here.
Wow, first?
I just, I've never been a huge fan of them since they came out. Though I don't remember if these are like, what is it called? Vachetta leather, where it's like they're going to age and patina over time. I don't know if I'm mixing those up with the Hinder Scheme 4s that definitely are made out of that leather that ages over time. But anyways, it's just not really been something for me.
Okay.
Next one that I probably would eliminate would be Travis Scott Jordan 4s, only because I think I'm at that phase now where I'm like, when would I wear a baby blue shoe? Even though this one's very similar to like Justin Timberlake Jordan 3s, the number of times I've looked at used pair of these and thought about paying the resale on it, but I think they've gone up even more so recently. And that light baby blue suede, very much one of those, if you didn't take care of these, the used shows. Like they get used.
Good point.
So,
Good point.
Now from here, I can narrow it down between the Ama Maniere Jordan 4s. Specifically, I like the taupe Union Jordan 4s. And then probably gray Cause 4s. I would probably take the taupe Jordan Union Jordan 4s out of the running next. Only because,
Okay.
again, like I like it. It gives me outdoorsy feelings. It gives me little like, workwear feelings because it's got all those canvas hits. But again, it's kind of the same thing with the Travis Scott Jordan 4s. Those little hits and accents, I'm like a little loud for me. I like that. I like that
Yeah.
about it, but I know myself to know that like I like it on paper or I like it in theory, but in practice, would I actually? Between Amamanier Jordan 4s and Cause Jordan 4s, you can't go wrong.
Correct.
How does it factor in that I already own Amamanier
You would
Jordan 4s?
you would no
In
longer own
this
them.
scenario, if I
Yes.
choose the Cause, I have to. These are like the Thanos snap or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
They get replaced.
Wow. They get
So
replaced.
you no longer have the Amamanier Force.
As do I? Okay, now we're getting far down the rabbit hole. Is it Men in Black to where I never had them, or like I don't remember ever having them, or is it just like I have to get rid of them? Because here's the thing. I want to go gray Cause Jordan 4s because they look so nice and because I already know what it's like to have Amamanier Jordan 4s. You know
I'm
what?
gonna say no. I'm gonna say it's like a Men in Black situation.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's you did not get them. You didn't have them. You're in a round 2. Both of these are sitting brand new.
And it's, yeah, probably at that point it would be Amamanier Jordan 4s. Because here's the thing. I really, where I'm at today, like Ryan in the current tense, really would want to pick Cause Jordan 4s. But if I never had either, I'm not, despite like the 4 Cause figures on the shelf behind me here, I'm not like really big on Cause right now. Where, I mean, like they look super nice. They look really premium and subtle. Who doesn't love a little bit of glow in the dark?
There you go.
I don't want to pick the Amamanier Jordan 4s. I want to pick the Cause, but I think knowing myself, I'm gonna.
This is a tough
You know
one.
what? I'm gonna put it here for now. I'm gonna let you
Okay.
talk, and I reserve the right to flip flop. I'm gonna hold that
It's
in my
our
back
show.
pocket. Yeah, it's our show. I put together the assets. I'm gonna hold that. Yeah.
Okay. I agree with you. I think the Travis Scott 4s are probably the first one I would go out. I think
In
they
my
are
youth.
great. I love the look of them. I think when I think of like if someone would be like put together a Hypebeast fit, but like it would look good.
Yeah.
I would probably, this is what I would imagine, at least in everyone's should be top 5.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful shoe, but I agree with you. I just think I'm at the point now where I'm not putting together an outfit that would do these justice.
That revolves around bright baby blue sneakers. Yeah.
Yeah. However, anyone who is rocking that outfit, power to you. It's
Power
a
to
dope
you, because
fit.
I wish I could be you. Exactly.
Exactly. Dope fit.
Yeah.
The Unions, when they came out, did not like them.
Yeah.
Now, when I look back on them, the black pair? What are they?
Yeah.
The just black.
Black, or I think noir maybe, but yeah.
Great. The guava, I still don't really care.
Not my
still don't really
thing.
care for.
Yeah.
I think the moss is the green and purple one, or is that desert? Yeah, desert moss.
Desert moss,
that-
yes. No,
Yeah,
that's
desert
it.
moss.
And then taupe haze, I believe.
Yeah, I also like the desert moss one. I think that would be like a funky one. However, that being
Yeah.
said, I think I moved past them.
Okay.
Tug of War comes down to the Amamanier and the Off-White 4.
Wow. Calls out of the running.
That's where my tug of war is. Because they are both very clean. I think they do simple very elegantly. And they look really, really good.
Yeah.
That being said, I think I would agree with you. I give the extra push to the Amamanier 4
Yeah.
in that tug of war. However, that being said, Cause 4s are a grail, and I choose them over anything every time.
Black?
No, the
Gray? Oh, okay.
I was black loaded though.
I was this close. Because if you had asked me before we started recording, of all the different categories on here, Jordan 1, well, we can save it for the end there. My predictions for you, but
Okay.
yeah, we'll do it.
Oh,
Let's do that at the
let's
end. What we would
yeah,
have guessed the other one would have selected. Yeah. Which
exactly.
I played myself because I would have put myself on gray cause fours, but yeah. All right.
Yeah, when these came out, I mean, I was head over heels with them,
Yeah.
and years later, I am still like, that is a good shoe. It's a very clean shoe. I think Cause is probably more of what people may say as like an overplayed, like hype beast
At this point,
brand.
yeah.
I don't think it's to the level of like the antisocial social club. I don't think we're there yet, but I do think that people aren't where they were with Cause. You know, Cause held the hype beast sneaker scene, fashion scene.
They're up there.
Harsh.
4 of them.
They're up there. So, but that being said, like I said, I was head over heels with these when they came out, and I am still just rose-colored glasses through these. Could do no wrong with that shoe.
Yeah. I love how you let me talk myself out of them just to then you jump in and be like, and let me tell you why they're such a good shoe. I'm like, oh, darn it.
Whenever you were like, which one would be harder? I was like, which one would get him away from the Cause?
Which one would let me stand out a little bit? Yeah, fair enough.
So, but I think the Amamanier, like you said, the Amamanier 4 is just, it's so good. Honestly, kind of like segue-ish, I guess. I was very excited about the Burgundy 5s that came out, and after seeing the comparison to the 2006,
yeah, whenever the last release was,
very happy that I.
Yeah, it's whenever you see them side by side, it's definitely like
painful. It's
yeah.
So
I'm glad I'm not relying on my own memory for everything, and we have some pictures here.
Yeah, and then seeing the 4s, I'm like, that now scratches that itch.
Yeah,
that I would love. And then also it doesn't hurt that you have a pair and I was able to see them in person and be like, ooh, okay, yeah, they are good.
I think they run a little small. Just a little FYI for anyone out listening. Maybe go up half a size if you're getting a pair. While we're here.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Jordan 5s. Let's round it out here. So the 5 that we have are the upcoming Amamanier Jordan 5s. The Supreme Jordan 5s, including the black, white, and desert camo.
So good.
Trophy Room Jordan 5s. The DJ Khaled Jordan 5s, specifically we're going with like the salmon or pink colorway. And the off-white Jordan 5s, both the white and the black. Now here we go again with another, like, if you hear us including unreleased and less than desirable collaborations, it's because it turns out not that many collaborations on the 5, at least not that I could remember or look up. So if we left any out, please leave a comment and let us know down below, because I'd be curious to know.
For the DJ Khaled 5s, do you get the pillow that he brought to the NBA game?
That he brought to the NBA game? You know what? I'm going to tell you yes, because I still don't think it gives him a fighting chance. So yeah, you can have the pillow. Why not?
It doesn't, but for the bit, I want to ask. For the same reason I would say no to these, or the same reasons I would say no to the trophy rooms, which is the same reason I said no to the Travis Scott 4s.
Yep.
I am just not going to pull these off.
Right now.
I think DJ Khaled is the perfect person for that, like, Miami peach.
Yeah.
You know, very Miami Vice colorway. He is that shoe. Which is great. But both of those, from the jump, I'm like, yeah, we can move those aside.
I think that's fair.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
The Supreme 5s, specifically the camo ones, have really, really grown on me.
I know you have a soft spot for them, and that's why I'm curious to see where this goes.
I would put those top 3.
Okay.
Maybe number 2. They could take the spot over the Amamanier 5s.
Yeah.
Amamanier 5s take second and or third just because it looks like that flat, like short nubuck kind of thing that they're doing, which is good and I think does look good on a 5. However, the off-white 5, the black colorway is just, it is the same thing like what the Cause. As soon as I saw them, I was like, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I love that colorway. The look is good. The material gives me enough. I mean, wild that like there was that, that moment where Virgil's like, look, you just cut the shoe, take the window out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, wow. All right,
Yo, Virgil. Okay.
They're your shoe. You can just get another pair.
Yeah.
I can't.
Not all of us have the luxury.
So yeah, I got to go Off-White 5 with that black colorway. Like I said, it just gives me a little bit something extra that I think the Amamaniere is somewhat missing.
Yeah.
And that is tough because I love that Amamaniere 5. And
It's
I'm
a
really
good
going to be
looking
trying
one.
for that Amamaniere 5. Whenever we did an episode on it, I had nothing but praise to say for it, and I still have a lot of praise for that shoe.
Yeah.
So like I said, I think the Amamaniere could flip flop with that Camo Supreme 5.
Mm-hmm.
And even it would really be the tough question would be the Black Supreme 5 or the Amamaniere 5. That would be
That's a little bit more of a neck and neck race. Yeah.
Yeah. That one would be tough. So I could alternate them between second and third.
Okay. Fair enough. I see where you're coming from there.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Sometimes words don't need to be spoken. Sometimes words don't need to be said.
Oh, look at
it's
that.
Off-White Jordan 5. It's the black ones
There it is.
by a mile. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
I think I put Amamaniere 5s in second place, but just to contribute something to the conversation here, I will say that these Off-White Jordan 5, specifically the black colorway, was probably the first Jordan that I saw Off-White collaborate on that I got excited for. And just, again, it's just like, it's a real good, clean colorway. Personally, like I could do without like the hole, actually. The design philosophy of putting all the holes in it, the Swiss cheese approach, it doesn't ruin it for me, but I'm also like, I think they'd look just as cool without them, maybe cooler.
Yeah.
But
The one in the tongue for sure, I'm like,
a little silly. Yeah.
okay, all right.
But, I still appreciate that that's part of the design. But yeah, something about these just like nailed it. I really think it's mainly that colorway that make these so tough for some reason. So can't say enough good things about it. But yeah, unfortunately, these are ones that I've been keeping an eye on the resale price of, and they are not slowing down anytime soon. So
yeah, well, when you do something good.
Yep. Turns out people like it. So
I like my color gradient that I end up, kind of going with.
Wow. Yeah. You went from like a pretty bright white to like,
wow,
just
slowly fading to like
if I didn't know, I would say that was intentional. You did a really good job there. Yeah.
I just noticed it whenever you put it up there. I was like, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Literal like gradient that I ended up doing. But,
quick recap for everyone listening. My collection, my Hypebeast, Ultimate Hypebeast collection is the Union Jordan 1, the blue one, the Beach Dawn C Jordan 2s, the Amamaniere Jordan 3, the Amamaniere Jordan 4, and the black Off-White Jordan 5s. Tanner, what's in your collection?
I ended up going with the Union Jordan 1, the black and red. I ended up going with the Off-White 2, the white colorway, the J Balvin 3 upcoming, Cause 4s in the gray, and I followed suit with the Off-White 5s in the black colorway.
So there you have it. If you're listening or you're watching and you see this, leave a comment down below and let us know which one of our Ultimate Hypebeast collections would you rather have.
And remember, it's to have and to wear to be part of your collection, not necessarily resale value or things like that.
Yeah. Okay, now for funsies, you and I don't know if you remember. Oh, yeah, you have the doc. You can see the options in all of them. So you go for me. What would you have predicted I would have picked for each different silhouette there?
Gotcha. Okay. I would. So to me, it was a tie between the Union colorway that you picked or the Jordan, the Off-White Chicago.
Okay. And that's
probably
what it was.
I probably would have given, if I had to put down something, I would have given the edge to the one that you picked, just because I know how much you do love the Chicago colorway. And I think, again, knowing your collection, that you don't have a Chicago colorway.
Yeah.
No, I think you would have gone just a regular Chicago colorway.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Rather than that. Right. You don't have a Chicago, correct?
I have the LA to Chicago's.
LA to Chicago, which, I mean,
Count it.
count it.
We might put an asterisk by it in the history books, but count it, okay? It counts enough for me to where I didn't feel compelled to pay resale for lost and found Jordan 1s.
Fair enough. Okay.
It's scratching.
Do you want to go
itch.
back and forth between
Let's go back and
twos,
forth. Why not?
Okay.
Jordan 1s, I would have put money down that you were going to guess the white off one. The white off-white Jordan 1s. The Euro
European release?
Yeah, the Euro
I
off-white
talk
Jordan
about
1s.
those ones so
I know
much.
you do love them, yeah. But
I love
to
them
be
so
fair,
much.
I do remember that you like the black toe unions as well. So, again, thought it was pretty neck and neck, but thought you would have given the edge to the Euro off-whites.
Okay. Well, we got the neck and necks together.
Okay.
Twos. Honestly, I probably would have said that you were going to go Amamanier 2 just because one, kind of how you said, twos aren't necessarily the most hype. We're both kind of like not super into twos. So I figured the brand loyalty of how much you enjoy Amamanier, that would have given that. So whenever you picked the Dancy, I don't know if you saw my face.
Yeah.
I literally was
not,
like,
yeah.
whoa.
Listen.
I was like, whoa, oh, okay.
Ain't too proud to simp. I'll tell you right now. I'm on here. Ain't too proud to simp.
Hey, there you go. So that's, I would have been like, of the ones, I'd probably be like, Amamanier just to round out an Amamanier collection. You know what I mean?
The Jordan 2s, I had a feeling you weren't going to be particularly excited about any of them, but I thought the gray and blue Union Jordan 2s, only because I remember when they came out, you liked that colorway more than rattan. So I knew you at least had some preference to something there. But beyond that, I was like, he's probably not going to have a favorite Jordan 2, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yes, of the Unions, I did like the blue one better, for sure. Yeah. Threes. Yeah.
we both would have assumed the other was going to pick the Amamanier Jordan 3s. Listen, find me a better one. Yeah.
For sure. And to be fair, if I was in a store and I was holding literally both of them, I probably would just be like, just based on hype and everything like that, I probably would go with the Amamanier 3.
That's
so
fair.
it's a perfect shoe.
Yeah. Jordan 4s, I'll go first. I would have put money down that you were going to take black cause Jordan 4s. And I don't know why I specifically remember thinking you really liked the black colorway because I liked the gray colorway. Maybe it's because so far we have a very good track record of being able to share a collection when it comes out. And so I applied that logic in my head. But you're more of a gray guy.
Yeah. Well, in this.
Which
in
is fair. You
one.
see a lot more of the details on the gray colorway than the black one as well, I think.
I would agree, yeah. For these, see, it is tough because you do have the Amamanier 4s.
It's a curveball here.
So to force your hand, obviously, I would have done that. But honestly, I thought maybe you would go with, I don't know why, black Union 4s.
No.
I don't know why.
Definitely of the Union 4s, the taupe one is my favorite. The black one, I feel like the red and the blue are so like, they look comic bookish to me. Like they're so vibrant and bright. And I wish they were more muted and toned down because otherwise it just looks a little too like primary colorish to me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
And then interesting for the 5s, I would have picked off-white. I would have picked the white colorway. I thought
I would have gone the white ones?
Yeah, I don't know why. That's whenever you agree with the black ones as well, I was like, oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, I figured you would go off-white 5s, but I figured you would go the opposite colorway.
Interesting.
Again, maybe just like,
we're so preconditioned at this point. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, 5s, I was pretty sure that you were going to go black off-white Jordan 5s because we talked about them a million times, but I didn't know if you were going to curveball it with the Desert Camo Supreme Jordan 5s because I didn't know if you were going to get on your like back in junior high kick, you know, or like back in high school, like I wish I had kick. I never know with you if you're going to throw a curveball at me like that. So
that's true.
Yeah.
That nostalgia bait really gets you.
Yep. So there it is. Our ultimate Hypebeast Jordan collections. Again, let us know what you think in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be in the comments. If you're listening on Spotify, there will be a poll where you can vote for one of our collections. Which one would you rather have?
There you go.
I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Can I ask a favor? I'm going to go ahead and start rolling the socials at the bottom here.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you talk through the socials? Because I need to clear all the shoes from over our head, because I actually don't know when I roll the outro video if these are going to be on top the outro video, and I don't want that.
That's
so
fair. That's fair.
let's
That's
see.
fair. Roll
Take
them
it
up.
away.
Go ahead, get on the interwebs, type in shoepodcast.com. You can find everything on that website. On the IG at Shoe Podcast is going to be where we are most popping. TikTok at Shoe Podcast. I think I'm going to start doing some rankings or something like that. They're easy bait. YouTube at Shoe Podcast, youtube.com/Shoe Podcast for our episodes. Patreon, patreon.com/Shoe Podcast. $2. It's
Only two of them.
very small. It's very small. We would appreciate it. It does help with a couple fees and some kickbacks to our buddies.
Yeah. And you get early access to all of the video content before anyone else. So
Look at that. You can brag to your friends.
that's the little perk for you. There you can brag and show off how much better than them you are, because you have a disposable $2 every month.
Water cooler talk.
Exactly. Tanner, before we wrap up, do you have anything you want to leave the people with?
I do.
Please.
We've got record-setting heat out there, so be very
Don't I know
careful
it? Yep.
when you're out there. If you've got animals, if it's too hot for your bare feet, it's too hot for theirs. So please be cautious of that. And because of the heat, it's very important to get your water intake up. If you've got to add a little bit of a Crystal Light packet or a couple squeezes of Samio just to add some variety to it to make you want to drink water, if that is the case, by all means do it. Just because you add a little flavor to water, it is still water.
There you go. And look, I've been drinking the water all episode. Now let's go ahead and show off. We do have stickers. You can put them on your water bottle. I gave you some of the stickers, right?
Sure did. And
Tell
I
you
have
what,
been giving them out.
I was just about to put you on the spot. We have them in black and in white. We keep that thing on us. If you ever see either of us out, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. You ever see either of us out, ask us if we have some stickers. We'll tell you yes or no. And if yes, we'll give you some
you go.
stickers. And if not,
To keep them in my bag.
sorry. Yeah, I'm putting that on you now to keep them in your bag. You see
There you go.
Tanner
I'll
and
do
his
it.
family shopping at Costco. I don't know if they shop at Costco. Stop him and
do.
ask. Jules is yelling because he's had a long day. There's nothing Tanner would love more than to meet a fan. Right in that moment, I'll tell you right now.
Right in that. Actually,
Right,
probably, yeah.
Because then
Sorry, Ashley, I gotta-
his wife could take the kid. He could be, "Oh, I got a fan here. What am I going to do?" Yeah.
Ooh, they want a sticker.
Okay. This is going to take probably 10 minutes. Go ahead. Just
Yeah.
finish shopping without me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We'll be eating a hot dog.
All right. Thanks everyone for checking out another episode of Shoe Podcast. We'll be back next week. I think next week, let's go ahead and say it. They made it this far. I think next week is the interview. I think next
That's
week
what
the
I was
interview
thinking.
comes out, the next one. So been a minute since we had the last one, and this was a great one with
Ton of
here's
fun.
here's you want some like real, like something to keep you coming back, some real special footwear in next week's episode. Some
yeah.
real heat that you may have not even seen before yet. It is
Exactly.
an absolute treat, not to mention that our
Special.
guest even better than the footwear. So
Oh
make
my
sure you're
God.
back here next week. We're going to have a fun one.
Please and thank you.
I'm your co-host, Ryan Landry.
I'm your co-host, Tanner Young.
Stay hydrated, everybody.